Welcome to Pompeii, the ancient Roman city preserved in time by a devastating volcanic eruption in 79 AD. In this video, we'll uncover the latest discoveries in Regio IX, an area previously unexplored, revealing intriguing insights into life and death at this remarkable archaeological site. Pompeii was established around 600 BC by the Auci, an ancient Italian people who settled in the fertile plains of Campania near the Bay of Naples. The city was shaped by Greek and Etruscan influences, as they established colonies and trade networks in the region. Pompeii became a prosperous and cosmopolitan city with a population of about 20,000 people at its peak. It had a complex urban layout with temples, theaters, baths, shops, villas, and public buildings. It also had a vibrant cultural and artistic life, as evidenced by the many frescoes, mosaics, sculptures, and graffiti that adorned the walls and floors of the city. Pompeii's fate changed dramatically on August 24, 79 AD, when Mount Vesuvius, a volcano that loomed over the city, erupted violently and unexpectedly. The eruption lasted for 2 days and unleashed a series of devastating events that buried Pompeii and its neighboring towns under a thick layer of ash, pumice, and mud. The eruption produced a massive cloud of hot gas and debris that rose up to 33 kilometers in the sky and then collapsed, sweeping down the slopes of the volcano at speeds of up to 700 kilometers per hour. These pyroclastic flows were the primary cause of death for most of Pompeii's inhabitants, who suffocated, burned, or were crushed by falling rocks and collapsing buildings. While some attempted to flee, many others remained, hoping to survive the disaster. They sought refuge in their homes, cellars, or public places, but none survived. The eruption also triggered earthquakes, tsunamis, and landslides, compounding the destruction and chaos. The city was buried under 4 to 6 meters of volcanic material and remained hidden and forgotten for centuries. Systematic excavations of Pompeii began in the 18th century, and archaeologists have since uncovered about 2/3 of the city, offering a unique glimpse into the daily life of an ancient civilization. These excavations have also recovered bodies of some victims, preserved in their final moments by the hardened volcanic ash. These casts are a poignant reminder of the human tragedy that struck Pompeii. Recently, an exciting discovery was made in Regio IX, a central area of the city that had not been fully explored before. The excavation, which started in 2017, is focused on Insula 10. The insula contains 2 large houses, a bakery, a laundry, and several workshops. The site was first investigated in 1888, but the work was interrupted and only partially documented. The new excavation aims to complete the exploration of the insula and study its history, architecture, decoration, and function. Regio IX gained fame for the discovery of a fresco in the same area, depicting what might be a 2,000-year-old form of pizza. The fresco shows a round flatbread on a silver tray, adorned with various fruits like pomegranate and dates, and what appears to be pineapple. However, experts suggest that the supposed pineapple is likely a pine cone, as pineapples were unknown in Europe until the 15th century. The flatbread is also seasoned with spices or maridum, a herb cheese spread enjoyed by the ancient Romans. Painted in the hall of a house with an annexed bakery, the fresco may have been inspired by the Greek hospitality ritual of Xenia, which involved offering gifts to guests. After the discovery of the famed fresco, excavations have continued at the site, and more discoveries have been made. One of the most remarkable findings from the excavation is the discovery of 3 victims of the eruption, found in a room of the Falonica, or laundry, where clothes were washed and dyed. The victims included a child, approximately 3 or 4 years old, and 2 adults, one of whom was wearing a woolen cloak. The child was lying on a wooden bed, while the adults were on the floor near a staircase leading to the upper floor. The bodies, preserved by hardened ash, were analyzed by an anthropological team using techniques such as CT scans, X-rays, and DNA tests to determine their age, sex, health, and possible kinship. The results indicated that the child was a male, and the 2 adults were also males, aged between 18 to 25 and 30 to 40. The younger adult showed vertebral compressions, hinting at a life of hard labor, while the older adult had a robust physique and traces of a beard. DNA tests revealed that the 2 adults were not related, but the child's DNA could not be extracted. The cloak in the laundry suggests that they belonged to a wealthy family who owned the business or who were customers of it. Another fascinating finding of the excavation is the recovery of 2 frescoes in the atrium of a house that had an adjoining oven. The frescoes depict scenes from Roman and Greek mythology and are of high artistic quality. The first fresco shows Poseidon, the god of the sea, and Amymon, a nymph who was one of the daughters of Dias, the king of Argos. There are also traces of charred furniture, such as a wooden chest and a table that were burned by a fire that broke out in the house during the eruption. The fire was probably caused by the oven, which was used for baking bread and was still in operation when the disaster struck. These are just some of the amazing discoveries that have been made at Pompeii's Regio IX, shedding new light on this ancient city and its people. The excavation is still ongoing and promises to reveal more secrets and surprises in the future. Keep in mind that Regio IX is just one of the 9 districts that Pompeii was divided into. Pompeii was a big city with many streets and buildings, divided into 9 parts called Regio from 1 to 9. Each Regio had different kinds of buildings and people. Regio I, located in the northwest corner near the city wall and the Vesuvius Gate, was the oldest and smallest part of the city. It was known for its luxurious houses adorned with beautiful mosaics, frescoes, and sculptures. Regio II, situated in the northeast near the Nucerian Gate and the Herculaneum Gate, was a large area filled with public buildings dedicated to entertainment, education, and sports. These venues could accommodate thousands of spectators who enjoyed plays, music, and games. Regio III, a small area near the Sarnus Gate and the Nola Gate, featured mostly modest and simple houses. Despite their simplicity, these homes had interesting elements such as medical instruments, puzzles, and moral sayings. This region also housed shops, workshops, and taverns where people could buy, sell, and socialize. Regio IV was a big part in the southeast of the city near the Stabian Gate and the Nucerian Gate. Regio IV had many public buildings such as the Forum, the Basilica, the Temple of Jupiter, the Macellum, and the Baths of Stabii. Regio V was a medium-sized part in the south of the city near the Porta Marina and the Sarnus Gate. Regio V had mostly houses such as the House of the Orchard, the House of the Gladiators, and the House of the Cryptoporticus. Regio VI had some public buildings such as the Temple of Fortuna Augusta and the Baths of the Forum. These buildings were dedicated to the goddess of fortune, the emperor, and to the health and well-being of the people. Regio VII, situated to the west of Pompeii near the Vesuvius Gate and Nola Gate, consisted mainly of modest residences, gardens, wells, and cisterns used for cultivation and water storage. In contrast, Regio VIII featured numerous shops, workshops, and taverns where locals gathered for commerce and social activities. Notable venues included the Inn of Salvius and the bakery of Papidius Priscus. Moving to Regio IX, the area showcased opulent buildings adorned with exquisite mosaics, frescoes, and sculptures. Pompeii stands as a treasure trove of history, art, and scientific insight, serving as a testament to the forces of nature's grandeur and influence. Thank you for watching another episode of Just Discovery. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for updates on more exciting content. See you next time.